There comes a time in life when you realize that your body is not just a vessel, it's a record of everything you've lived through, every moment of joy, every tear, every sacrifice. When you cross 60, your body becomes a storyteller, speaking to you through sensations, energy, and changes that remind you of the years gone by. But beneath all of that, it is still listening, still learning, still adapting to how you treat it. Every cell, every organ, every heartbeat still responds to what you give it, and your eyes are no exception. They have witnessed everything, the faces you've loved, the places you've been, the beauty of dawn and the calm of dusk, and they continue to serve you faithfully. Yet, what most people don't realize is that these same eyes depend deeply on how you nourish them, on what you feed your body, on the choices you make every single day. At 60, your body's ability to protect itself slows down, but that doesn't mean it stops. It simply means it needs your cooperation more than ever. The eyes, in particular, are sensitive. The tiny blood vessels that nourish them are fragile. The nerves that carry your vision signals are delicate, and the retina that catches light like a camera lens is constantly exposed to oxidative stress. What you eat can either strengthen those structures or weaken them beyond repair. Every fruit, every meal, every bite you take carries a message to your body: heal or harm. And if you choose carelessly, your body will pay the price quietly, slowly, and often irreversibly. That is why awareness becomes your greatest power. Knowing what helps and what hurts can make the difference between clear, sharp vision and a world that fades into blur. So many people after 60 continue to eat the same way they did at 30 or 40, unaware that their metabolism has changed, that their eyes have different needs now. Sugar, even the natural kind found in some fruits, becomes more dangerous because the body doesn't process it as efficiently as it once did. The blood sugar spikes, the blood vessels tighten, inflammation builds, and the delicate tissues of the eyes begin to suffer. What once seemed harmless, a sweet fruit after lunch, a juicy dessert, can become the silent trigger that slowly steals your vision. The truth is, your body after 60 is wise, but it is also fragile. It is not asking you to stop enjoying life, it's asking you to make choices that honor its new rhythm. The wisdom of aging is that you start to see the difference between what feels good and what is good. You learn that not everything sweet nourishes you. You learn that not every colorful fruit brings health, and you learn that caring for your body is not about restriction, but about respect. The eyes are a sacred part of that care. They are your connection to the world, your way of seeing the faces of those you love, the sunlight breaking through clouds, the smile of your grandchild. Protecting your vision is not vanity, it's gratitude. It's your way of saying thank you to the body that has served you all these years. If you could look inside your body right now, you'd see that even at 60, it's still fighting for you. The cells still divide, the blood still flows, the nerves still transmit signals with remarkable precision. The miracle hasn't stopped, it has just slowed its pace. And if you give it the right nourishment, it will still heal, still repair, still grow stronger. But when you overload it with the wrong foods, especially certain high sugar or high acid fruits, you make that healing harder. You force your body to work against itself. You strain the same eyes that have already given you decades of sight. That is why the choice of what you eat is no longer about taste. It's about purpose. This is the age where awareness becomes your best medicine. You begin to notice that some fruits leave you feeling tired, that your eyes feel dry or blurry after certain meals, that your energy drops faster than before. These are not random signs, they are your body's way of speaking. It's not complaining, it's communicating. And if you listen, you can change everything. You can restore balance, protect your vision, and continue to live with clarity. Because the body never gives up on you, even when you've ignored it for years. The moment you start giving it what it truly needs, it responds, it heals, it rebuilds, it rewards you. It's a beautiful truth that nature has given us both the cause and the cure. The same world that creates fruits high in sugar has also created fruits rich in antioxidants and vitamins that protect your eyes. The key is knowing which is which and respecting that knowledge. When you reach 60, your food is not just fuel, it's medicine. Every choice you make can either nurture your sight or slowly dim it. You are not powerless, you are still in control. You hold in your hands the ability to shape how clearly you see the years still ahead of you. That power doesn't come from the doctor's prescription. It comes from awareness, from love for your body, from the decision to treat your health as your greatest treasure. Life after 60 is not about regret. It's about refinement. You've learned what matters. You've seen enough to know that health is the foundation of joy. So when you sit down to eat, remember, you're not just feeding hunger, you're feeding your future, you're feeding the eyes that will watch your grandchildren grow, the mind that will continue to remember the faces of those you've loved. Every bite you take is an act of self-respect. Every healthy choice is a quiet declaration that your story isn't over yet. Because the truth is, your body can still thrive, your eyes can still see clearly, and your heart can still feel the same wonder it did when you were young. If only you care for it the way it's been caring for you all along. There are moments in life when we assume that growing older means surrendering our strength, our sharpness, our clarity, but in truth, aging is not about decline, it's about transformation. The body that has served you for more than 60 years is not weak, it is wise, it is layered with experience, it is resilient in ways you may have forgotten. Yet, like all things that have endured time, it now requires gentleness, understanding, and most importantly, awareness. Your eyes, your heart, your memory, they are not failing you, they are asking you to care for them differently. They are whispering that the same foods that once brought you energy may now be causing harm, that some fruits you once enjoyed without consequence may now quietly damage your vision and blur your world. The truth is, what once helped you thrive can become what slowly takes your strength if you do not listen. The human eye is one of the most complex creations in existence, with millions of light-sensitive cells and delicate pathways that communicate with the brain faster than any computer ever could. Yet, these intricate systems are deeply vulnerable to the food we eat. After 60, your metabolism changes, the enzymes that process sugar slow down, the blood vessels in your eyes become thinner, and the lens becomes more sensitive to oxidative stress. Every fruit you eat sends signals to these structures, nourishing them or harming them. Some fruits, rich in natural sugars like fructose, can cause spikes in blood sugar, leading to inflammation that reaches even the finest capillaries of your eyes. Over time, this silent inflammation starts to cloud your vision, weaken the retina, and reduce your ability to see clearly in low light. It doesn't happen overnight, but it happens surely, slowly, and quietly. Many seniors continue eating these fruits thinking they are healthy because they are natural. But natural doesn't always mean harmless. Nature gives us sweetness, but it also gives us balance, and that balance is often lost when we consume more than what our body needs. Fruits like mangoes, grapes, and even bananas, though rich in nutrients, can be too heavy in sugar for a body past 60. These sugars overwhelm the cells, leading to glycation, a process that damages proteins and weakens tissues, including those in your eyes. You may notice your eyesight becoming foggy, your reading glasses needing an upgrade, or your night vision becoming worse. These are not just signs of aging, they are signals from your body asking you to protect it from excess. The same fruit that was once your friend in youth can now become your quiet enemy in old age if you are not mindful, but there is something extraordinary about this stage of life. The power of awareness can reverse what neglect has caused. The body, even now, responds to your love. The moment you reduce the fruits that harm and replace them with those that heal, your blood sugar stabilizes, your inflammation decreases, and your cells begin to repair. Vision loss caused by oxidative stress can be slowed down, sometimes even improved, through nourishment and discipline. The key is not deprivation but discernment. It's about choosing foods that protect your eyes instead of punishing them. Fruits rich in antioxidants like berries, kiwi, and papaya can support the retina, while those high in vitamin A and lutein can rebuild the macula, the part of the eye responsible for sharp central vision. These choices, though small, have a powerful cumulative effect on your well-being. At 60 and beyond, food becomes more than taste, it becomes intention. Every bite is a message to your body. When you choose wisely, you remind your body that you still care, that you still believe in its ability to heal. And that belief is more powerful than any medicine. The eyes are not just organs of sight, they are the mirrors of your soul. They reflect your energy, your inner calm, your connection to life. When your vision fades, the world loses its color, its texture, its beauty. But when you nourish your eyes with the right foods, the world becomes vivid again. You start seeing with clarity not just in sight, but in spirit. That is the hidden gift of mindful eating. It restores not just your health, but your appreciation of life itself. You must remember that your body is still working for you, tirelessly, faithfully. The cells in your eyes regenerate slowly, but they do regenerate. The nerves still communicate, the blood still carries oxygen, and the body still repairs the damage when given a chance. If you choose to honor it with care, it will respond in gratitude. The problem is not age, it's neglect. The problem is not weakness, it's misunderstanding. The human body is designed to last, but it needs your cooperation. So, when you choose your fruits, choose with awareness. Understand that not everything sweet is your friend. Some sweetness destroys silently, while some heals deeply. You hold that power every morning, every meal, every moment you reach for what you put into your body. The greatest wisdom comes not from knowing everything, but from finally listening. Your body speaks, not in words, but in signs. The fatigue after eating certain fruits, the slight pressure behind your eyes, the dryness or blurred focus, they are not random. They are your body's way of saying, help me. And that help doesn't come from medicine first, it comes from mindfulness. You can still restore clarity, strength, and vision. It begins with understanding that your diet is not just habit, it's healing. That your food is not just comfort, it's communication. That your body, even now, is not just aging, it's evolving. So as you wake each morning, remember that you are not powerless. You are still in charge of how your body feels, how your mind thinks, and how your eyes see. Choose fruits that protect your vision, not those that dull it. Choose nourishment that uplifts your memory, not those that tire your system. Every meal is a chance to renew yourself, to extend the gift of life, to see the world in its true beauty once again. Because even at 60, your body is still capable of miracles. It's just waiting for you to give it the chance to perform them. There comes a time in life when we must understand that what once served us may no longer be what we need, that the habits we carried for decades may have to evolve for us to keep thriving. The body at 60 is not the same body it was at 30, yet it holds a deeper intelligence, a quiet strength born from years of endurance, a rhythm that knows how to heal if we let it. But healing demands awareness. For so many seniors, the simple act of eating fruit feels harmless, even healthy, yet hidden within that innocence lies the silent damage of excess sugars and neglected nutrients. The body's relationship with food changes as we age, metabolism slows, hormones shift, and the organs that once handled sugar effortlessly begin to tire. The liver works harder, the pancreas releases more insulin, and the tiny blood vessels in the eyes become more fragile, more sensitive to every drop of glucose that enters the bloodstream. When the balance between nourishment and overload is lost, the eyes begin to whisper their distress through blurry vision, dryness, or dullness that no glasses can fully fix. Fruits are one of nature's most beautiful gifts, filled with colors and sweetness that symbolize life itself. Yet nature always works in balance. What was meant as medicine can turn into poison if taken without mindfulness. Many seniors continue to eat fruits like mangoes, grapes, and even oranges in large quantities, believing that natural sugar can do no harm. But nature never intended for these to be eaten excessively. The natural sugar in fruits, fructose, is metabolized differently than the sugar from other sources. As we age, the liver's ability to process fructose weakens, leading to accumulation, inflammation, and oxidative stress. These are the very processes that affect the tiny capillaries in the retina, the part of your eye responsible for clear, detailed vision. When those vessels become damaged, blood flow weakens, oxygen supply decreases, and the light that once entered your eyes with clarity becomes blurred. You may not notice it immediately, but day by day, your world becomes less vivid, less sharp, and less alive. Your eyes are delicate instruments, far more intricate than most people realize. Each one contains over 100 million light-sensitive cells, constantly communicating with your brain to translate light into the beauty you see. These cells depend on a steady supply of oxygen and nutrients to function, but when sugar levels rise too often, even from fruits, those blood vessels stiffen and leak, slowly robbing your eyes of nourishment. This is why people over 60 often notice cloudy vision or find themselves struggling to read under low light. It is not simply aging, it is the result of choices made over time. The body never punishes us out of cruelty, it simply reacts to imbalance. When you eat more than your body can use, the excess must go somewhere, and often it ends up where the blood flow is finest, in the eyes, the brain, and the heart. The irony is that the fruits that promise health can, without moderation, harm the very systems they were meant to protect, but the story doesn't have to end in decline. The beauty of the human body, even at 60 or beyond, is its ability to repair, to renew, to restore balance. The moment you begin to choose differently, healing begins quietly within you. When you replace high sugar fruits with those rich in antioxidants and low in fructose, the inflammation begins to ease, the blood vessels regain flexibility, and the eyes start receiving the nourishment they were starved of. Berries, apples, papayas, and kiwi contain compounds like lutein, zeaxanthin, and vitamin C, nutrients that protect the retina and improve circulation. These foods don't just feed your body, they teach it to recover, to strengthen its defenses, and to see again with clarity. Each choice you make builds a small victory inside you, invisible at first but powerful over time. There is something profound about understanding your own body, about realizing that what you eat today shapes how you see tomorrow. Food is not just about filling hunger, it's about sending a message to your cells. Every fruit, every bite tells your body either to grow stronger or to weaken slowly. The human body listens to your choices more closely than it listens to medicine. When you eat with love, with respect for your health, your body responds with energy and clarity. When you eat carelessly, it responds with fatigue and fog. This truth becomes clearer with age as your system loses its ability to tolerate what it once could. That is not failure, it is wisdom. The body is guiding you toward gentleness, toward balance, toward a way of living that honors your age instead of fighting it. The journey of protecting your vision is not about giving up what you love. It's about redefining what truly nourishes you. It's about recognizing that discipline is a form of self-love. That saying no to excess is not deprivation, but empowerment. You are not losing the sweetness of life by eating mindfully. You are preserving it. You are ensuring that the world remains bright and beautiful through your eyes for as long as possible. The sunsets, the faces you cherish, the books you love to read, all of these depend on the small daily choices you make at the table. The power to protect your vision lies not in a pill, not in a surgery, but in your awareness. At this stage of life, your body deserves gratitude, not neglect. It has carried you through decades of laughter, struggle, love, and growth. It deserves your attention, your patience, and your understanding. The foods that once fueled your youth now require moderation, and that is not a loss, it's evolution. You are not being restricted, you are being refined. This new chapter is not about limitation, it's about wisdom, the wisdom to choose fruits that heal rather than harm, to love your body not by indulgence but by protection. Because true love for life is shown not through what you crave, but through what you choose to preserve. So take each meal as a moment of reflection. Feel gratitude for the food before you and choose what keeps your light shining. Avoid the fruits that silently damage your eyes, not out of fear, but out of love for the sight that connects you to everything beautiful in this world. Because even now, even at 60 and beyond, your body can heal, your vision can improve, and your spirit can grow stronger when you finally decide to honor the balance that nature intended for you. True healing does not begin with medicine. It begins with awareness, with that quiet moment when you finally decide to stop living on autopilot and start listening to what your body has been trying to tell you for years. The truth is, many people eat without truly thinking. They eat because it's routine, because it's comfort, because it's habit, but not because it's what their body needs. The power to heal has always been within you, yet so often it's buried under layers of convenience and confusion. You must remember that the foods you eat can be your greatest medicine or your slowest poison. The difference lies in intention. When you eat consciously, you begin to build a relationship with your body again, one that is based on respect, not impulse. You start to see food as communication, not consumption, each bite as a message, each choice as a decision to live longer, see clearer, and feel lighter. As the years pass, the body becomes more sensitive, more honest. It cannot hide imbalance as it once did in youth. At 60 or beyond, your body speaks through small signs: fatigue after meals, blurry vision, brain fog, restless sleep. These are not random symptoms. They are whispers. They are your body's way of saying, help me heal. To eat consciously is to answer that call. It is to look at what is on your plate and ask yourself, will this serve me or steal from me? When you begin to eat with awareness, you naturally remove the foods that drain you, even if they once brought pleasure. You no longer eat for temporary satisfaction. You eat for lasting vitality. The change may seem small at first, but it transforms everything from how your cells repair to how your eyes see. The process of healing is not a sudden miracle. It's a gradual alignment between what your body asks for and what you give it. Every time you sit to eat, you hold in your hands the power to shape your health's future. Think about that. One simple meal has the potential to support your organs, cleanse your blood, and strengthen your eyes. Yet the opposite is also true. One careless choice can trigger inflammation, raise your blood sugar, and dim your energy. Conscious eating is about choosing with awareness, not fear. It's not about restriction, it's about recognition. Recognizing that your body is precious, that your time is valuable, that the clarity of your vision depends on how deeply you respect yourself. When you choose fruits and foods that nurture your body, you send a message to every cell that says, I want to live well. And your body listens. It listens every single day, adjusting, repairing, and rebuilding based on what you feed it. The truth is, we live in a world that glorifies taste more than health. Everything around you tempts you to eat for pleasure rather than purpose. Bright packaging, sweet flavors, quick fixes, but real healing does not come from what pleases the tongue. It comes from what nourishes the soul. When you eat consciously, you begin to notice that nature already provided everything you need. The fruits rich in antioxidants, the vegetables that cleanse your blood, the nuts and seeds that protect your brain and eyes. These are not modern discoveries. They are ancient truths that your body still remembers. The moment you return to them, your body begins to respond with gratitude. You start to feel lighter after eating, not heavier. Your eyes feel more alive, not strained. Your mornings begin with energy, not exhaustion. This is what it means to eat consciously, to restore harmony between what your body craves for healing and what you give it. There is deep beauty in realizing that you are in control. You are not a victim of aging. You are a participant in your own renewal. Every time you choose a natural healing food over a harmful one, you rewrite your body's story. The years may have added wrinkles to your skin, but they have also given you wisdom, the kind that can guide your choices with intention. You no longer need to eat because others do. You eat because you understand what your body truly needs. When you stop eating blindly, when you stop following habits built on comfort or culture, you begin to eat from awareness, from love, from strength. You start to look at food not as pleasure or punishment, but as partnership. And in that moment, healing begins to take root. Imagine waking up with clear vision, calm energy, and a peaceful heart. That is not a fantasy. It's your body's natural state when you eat in alignment with its needs. The fruits that support your vision, like berries and oranges, are not just good for your eyes, they calm inflammation in your entire body. The vegetables rich in antioxidants don't just protect your vision, they protect your heart and brain. When you eat with awareness, everything becomes connected again. Your mind clears, your mood lifts, your sleep improves. It is all one system working together, and it all begins with what you put on your plate. To eat consciously is to honor the journey that your body has walked with you. Think of how many years it has carried you, healed your wounds, survived your stress, and continued to serve you even when neglected. It deserves your gratitude. Conscious eating is how you say thank you, by giving your body foods that help it heal, not harm it further. When you eat in this way, the act of eating becomes sacred. It is no longer a routine. It becomes a prayer of gratitude, a way to feed not just your body, but your soul. The body that once felt tired starts to feel light again. The eyes that once felt strained begin to brighten. The heart that once felt heavy starts to feel peace. In truth, conscious eating is not about food alone. It's about awareness, patience, and love. It's about understanding that health is not a product of chance, but a product of choice. It's about realizing that you hold the power to change how you feel, how you see, and how you live. You may not control the years behind you, but you absolutely control the choices ahead. So when you eat next, pause, breathe, and remember your body is listening. Every bite is a message, every meal a decision, every day a chance to heal what time tried to weaken. And when you choose consciously, you do not just eat to live, you eat to awaken the healing power that has been within you all along. Your vision is not just a physical ability, it is a reflection of your inner state, a mirror of how well your body is nourished, how peaceful your mind is, and how balanced your life has become. The eyes are deeply connected to the rest of your being. They are not isolated organs, they are storytellers of your health, showing signs of imbalance long before pain ever speaks. When the body is burdened with inflammation, toxins, or poor nutrition, the eyes begin to lose their brightness, the whites turn dull, and the world loses its vivid color. What most people see as just aging is often the body's way of showing that it's time to restore balance. The clearer your inner world, the clearer your outer vision becomes, and when your body is nourished, your eyes reward you by showing the beauty of life in its truest form. The human eye is a masterpiece, delicate yet strong, capable of processing millions of colors, adjusting to light and shadow in ways machines still cannot mimic. But like every masterpiece, it requires care. The small blood vessels in your eyes depend on steady, healthy blood flow. They thrive on nutrients like lutein, zeaxanthin, and omega-3 fatty acids, and they weaken when fed a diet full of processed sugar, excessive fructose, and refined oils. When blood sugar spikes frequently, even from natural sources like certain high sugar fruits, those vessels stiffen and begin to leak. Vision blurs, dryness appears, and in time, clarity fades. It is not just biology, it is a conversation between your habits and your body's resilience. Your eyes do not fail you out of betrayal. They do so out of exhaustion from trying to protect you while being deprived of what they truly need. Everything inside you is connected. When you eat something heavy in sugar or lacking in nutrients, the impact is not only on your waistline, it is on your brain, your nerves, your blood, and eventually your vision. The eyes are like a lens that reveals the health of your entire system. The clearer your bloodstream, the cleaner your sight. The calmer your mind, the steadier your focus. The more vibrant your diet, the brighter your world appears. People often treat their vision problems as isolated issues, taking drops or supplements without changing what they feed their cells every day. But no supplement can heal what poor food continues to damage. Healing your eyes begins not in a bottle, but in the kitchen, not with medicine, but with mindful choices that restore your body's harmony from within. The foods you choose every day have a direct line to your vision. Fruits and vegetables with deep colors are your eyes' best allies because their pigments hold powerful compounds that protect the retina. The orange of carrots, the red of bell peppers, the dark blue of blueberries, and the green of kale are not just beautiful colors. They are nature's medicine meant to rebuild your sight. When you eat them, you are not just consuming nutrients, you are feeding your eyes light. Each color carries energy that translates into better protection against oxidative stress, the silent force that damages the sensitive tissues of your eyes. On the other hand, when your diet leans too heavily on sugary fruits, refined foods, or fried snacks, the inflammation clouds that light, blurring not only your vision, but also your energy and focus. What many don't realize is that the eyes are among the first organs to respond when the body is nourished correctly. Within weeks of improving your diet, you begin to notice subtle changes: less dryness, more comfort, sharper focus. This happens because the eyes are highly vascular, meaning they respond quickly to improved blood flow. When your meals are rich in antioxidants and low in processed sugar, oxygen reaches your retina more effectively, keeping the cells alive and resilient. Over time, these small shifts compound into stronger, healthier sight. The same principle applies in reverse. Years of neglect, high sugar intake, and lack of nutrient-rich foods accumulate, slowly dulling your vision without you noticing. But the good news is that just as damage builds slowly, healing builds too. Every good choice is a small act of restoration. Think of your eyes as living gardens. If you feed them the wrong soil, the wrong food, weeds of inflammation take over. But when you nurture them with the right balance of nourishment and care, the flowers of clarity bloom again. The same sunlight that gives life to the fruits and vegetables around you is the same energy that your eyes crave through nutrients like vitamin C, vitamin A, and zinc. When you start choosing natural, vibrant, unprocessed foods, you are not only repairing your body, you are aligning yourself with nature's rhythm, the same rhythm that built you. It is no coincidence that the healthiest foods for your eyes are also the most colorful. Nature speaks through color, inviting you to eat what keeps your vision alive. When you look at it deeply, your eyes are not just tools of seeing, they are tools of experiencing life's depth. Every sunrise, every face, every smile you witness becomes part of your emotional memory. Your vision connects you to love, to joy, to purpose. So, when you protect your eyes, you are protecting far more than just a sense. You are protecting your connection to life itself. The foods that harm your eyes are often the same ones that dull your emotions and energy. Sugar highs and processed foods may bring momentary pleasure, but they leave behind fatigue and fog. Natural, wholesome foods, on the other hand, leave you feeling light, focused, and alive, because they restore both the body and the soul. In every choice you make, you hold the power to protect this gift of sight. The fruits you eat, the habits you build, the way you care for your body, all of it either nurtures the light within you or dims it. When you understand that your vision is not separate from your lifestyle, you begin to treat yourself differently. You start to choose foods not just for taste, but for clarity. You drink more water, eat more greens, and allow your body to rest. You stop seeking quick comfort and start seeking long-term strength. And slowly, without realizing it, your world becomes brighter, clearer, and more beautiful. Your vision is a reflection of your inner health. Keep it pure. Keep it balanced. Protect it with every meal, every choice, every day. Because to see clearly is not just a blessing, it's a responsibility. One that begins the moment you decide to love your body enough to feed it what it truly deserves.